The astrology of sex, love, and pleasure 2025 fortune is here, baby. What can you expect this year with all these different things? There's going to be a lot of exciting new opportunities for you to create and use these dates specifically as they relate to astrology for pleasure, sex, intimacy, and romance and love here. So if you are new, hello, hi, hey, what's up, hello. I am Shamelessly Sexy, Jackie, you know. I don't really sing, but I do, just for fun sometimes. I'm going to be spilling the sexuality and the astrology for 2025 this year. I'm a certified sex therapist turned sexual confidence coach and spiritual entrepreneur. I make videos on mental health, tarot, psychic readings, as well as astrology and self-care here. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on any of these sexy astrology or sex tarot reads or updates that I have for you, for me, Shamelessly Sexy Jackie. And if you ever want to book a private one-to-one reading with me, all that info's in the description box below, baby. So for those of you out there that are really curious about love and sex and romance and when are like my opportune moments this next year in 2025, what do I need to know? Well, I just want to let you know right off the bat, every single day could potentially be an opportune moment. The planets, the aspects, whether or not they're in comfortable positions, flowing positions, exciting positions versus maybe a little bit harsher or have some tension or frustration here, right? Every single day is an opportunity. It's just one thing I want to say to you right off the bat here overall. So if you want to grab a pen and a paper and jot down these dates, then let's do the damn thing. I'm going to be doing another video of do's and don'ts during these dates and time frames as well here. So in this video, I'm going to specifically talk about this and the meaning as well as like the energies of what you can really expect here. So I'm so excited because this is my first YouTube video that I'm really honing in on astrology and sex specifically. I know I do this in my energy reads with my astrosexuality deck. So I just want to say thank you all Shameless Squad who have always loved me talking about astrology and sex on my channel here. I appreciate you. So let's jump into it. So we have Venus in Pisces right at the beginning of the year here from January 3rd to January 27th. It is exalted in this position. So what does that mean? If you've ever had that friend or that person that has their Venus in Pisces, they love to be loved. So they're that type of person that's like, I'm going on a date with this person and then that person and then this person and then this person and oh, this person like sent me flowers or oh, this person said I look cute or oh, this person like did that or whatever. Pisces is the romantic sign of the zodiac collective here. So you could have a lot of dates coming in. This is a great time for dating or even dating multiple people. So for those of you that are like, I'm going to get back out there, do it. Okay. Chances are really good that you could be having a lot of fun as well as dates and like falling in love quickly at the beginning of this year. So there is a lot of new opportunities and love and dating and sex and intimacy or pleasure being very high at this time. It's a very opportune time. Then we have this transit a lot of times being about emotional depth here too and romantic fantasy. So think about like soft sensuality and nights that are very intimate and soul-bearing moments. So there's probably gonna be lots of slow seduction, especially if your partner is shy here or if you're trying to meet your partner's every desire and require here. So really just bask in that love for those of you that have partners out there. For some of you, you might also be thinking, oh, I'm kind of nervous here, but like Piscean energy is saying like trust yourself and trust your intuition during this time. Like go for it, make that move here. It's time for you to let go of any past like relationships, let go of any fears, let go of any scaredy cattiness, right? And like move forward and step into this, explore new pleasures and really allow yourself to enjoy this time and be vulnerable to transform your connection. So with Venus and Pisces, this is just such a beautiful opportunity to enrich our love lives and embrace that emotional like creativeness and intuitive energies to really enhance your intimacy overall, which I love here. We're here for that. And then let's talk about Venus retrograde later that goes into Aries. So I've been talking about this in my other videos. If you haven't been following along, definitely go back and watch those if you're very curious about this because this is a retrograde. It is important to know more information. So really be careful to balance the energies of me versus others. And this is a time where this is going to play out specifically in sex and in love and in intimacy and pleasure as well as like monetary values, the things that you own here overall. So this is a time for introspection, really focusing in on your self-love here and taking time for self-care. Don't ignore the relationship red flags here, okay? If you have like a karmic ex, if that's a word that you subscribe to, whatever words, whatever you do you at the end of the day, and feel like, oh my gosh, this karmic ex is coming back again, well, don't ignore the red flags here. And that's an opportunity to like go within and really think about like, maybe I need to not text this person back until the retrograde is over and go internally to seek the answers of what is best for me here. And then after, move forward after you've done that really good reflection and making those major decisions. Also, don't do any cosmetic procedures during this time. The astrology does not really support it, such as new beauty rituals, routines, or tattoos, or any type of like body-related cosmetic procedures, like a tummy tuck or Botox, or just things of that sort here overall. And really communicate openly with your partners and friends, like to talk about your feelings during this time here. Hold on to your desires though, because Venus in Aries is the me energy of the collective here. So it is going to spark a lot of intense emotions here. My hand is itching, y'all. So I apologize. My mom always said, like, that's money coming to you. And my mom says that too. So cool. Congratulations to us. Let's claim that in the comments below. But this is something where you might really need to just slow down and reflect more about sex and pleasure and intimacy and sexual self-care and your self-worth. So this retrograde, there could be some like tensions between those of you that have a partner, partners, or spouses out there, and they could heighten. There could be some power struggles in relationship dynamics. They could be asking you to initiate sex more. You could be asking them to initiate sex more, or just like initiate certain types of pleasures, and it might be a very slower time here. So this is something where these things might rise to the surface, but make sure you reassess what you really want in the relationship with yourself first, and then a partner, spouse second, and really hone in on that to reignite your passion with them and also reignite and recreate your personal power here, okay? On May 1st, we have the new moon in Taurus, and Taurus is exalted in the moon here, okay? It is such a comfortable sign. And this is one specifically where it's really good for sensuality and pleasure and an ideal time to really slow down, have sensual experiences, and enhance physical connections. Taurus is such a touchy-feely sign of the collective here. So like doing things like sex through the five senses, having the environment be very stimulated with that is like Taurus's vibe and energy, and also some things that you can do to, enhance that energy, right? Like, can you, put rose petals on bed? Can you get the silk sheets, like the scent, the feeling, something that's sight, this like touch, smell, taste, whatever, right? That is going to be such a beautiful time, as well as just connecting with really romance and a lot of love and pleasure. If you have a partner, spouse, and if you are single, like practice your own solo sexy self-care and have that time be for you. Take yourself out on a date, enjoy life's little pleasures, and anything that you really love with the senses and the body that brings you just that burst of like joy here overall. And then we have Venus and Leo. So we're going to pause about that here because your girl's got to take a sip here, y'all. I love Poppy's new drink here. It's cranberry fizz. It's so good. I got it at Costco. No, this is not sponsored or anything like that. It's just so amazing. And although it is still fall where I'm at, I was like, ooh, I'm going to try that. So highly recommend. So back to y'all. Shameless squad. Venus in Leo. This is June 21st to July 19th here. And so this is going to bring a very passionate and confident romantic energy. So this is a time to really, a time period to really use when it comes to boldness and sexual expression and self-love here. Like ask that person out on the date. Maybe you initiate sex. Maybe you take that leap of faith. Maybe you surprise that person here, right? So be bold during this time. Then we have Mars conjunct Venus in Leo, which is even more sexy because Mars is the sexual libido sign here, and Venus is like this love and pleasure and romance, and just Mars is aggression and go for it energy. And so it's a really nice time on July 9th. Like this could be a really great day for like a sex day. Whatever your definitions are of sex, right? Because there can be multiple out there. Maybe this is a great day for you to take off for some sexy, shameless self-care, right? So this is really going to enhance sexual magnetism. Don't be surprised if a partner, partners, or a spouse are really fucking turned on by you during this time, or if you are just like so turned on this day and there's just this natural chemistry. You feel like you can't keep your hands off each other, whatever. And it's a really happy time. I love this day for this year. So you can create a lot around having, or there might be a lot of like creative sexual energy around attraction and passion and just really sexually confident encounters. This is also the time where it's like, okay, like I have morning sex and then boom, I'm gonna go out on a date today with my partner or whatever. And then like before you know it, I'm like strutting my stuff, I'm wearing my makeup, like my hair tossed, check my nails, baby, how you feeling? Good as hell. It's like that kind of energy. I'm here for it. Then we have Mars in Leo from August 10th to September 24th. And so this is the time to really recognize the positive moments, create the time for more happiness, more enjoyment, more excitement, more play. This could be a really great time for role playing with sex. This could be a great time for more energy, vitality, and really you could be getting that libido boost that could just skyrocket here. You have a fire sign and like a fiery, like passionate planet here. And so naturally you could also just draw people towards you in crowds or even in situations or at events. And this is a great time to stay shameless and be sexually confident in yourself with taking action on asking that person out on a date. With, oh, I'm going to go up to this person and flirt with them. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's play. Let's see where this goes, right? And just have fun, like putting yourself out there and exploring new things sexually here. So I'm here for it. And your libido is probably going to be on fire during this time. There could also be other people coming to you and they're bold as well, like taking the leap of faith and they're like, I'm not apologizing for my desire for you and my, I like you, whatever. There could be confessions of that too. Mars is also about being seen and feeling very, very confident here. So not only could you feel more confident, other people collectively could also feel more confident during this time. And that could be in the bedroom, outside of the bedroom, in your sex dungeon, whatever you got, boo, and really just owning your sexy self here. And that's going to make more people attracted to you because if you've been watching my channel for a while, what's the number thing, y'all, that people are attracted to, according to the research? Do we remember? It's confidence, boo. So put like confidence, what's your confident emoji? Like mine is the sassy blonde girl that's like this, right? What's your confidence emoji? Is it a lion? For that Leo sign energy for courage, like y'all have to let me know in the comments below. Is it that like sassy, like, person in the dress here that's like red and sexy and whatever, right? I can't believe I'm talking about emojis here, but anyway, I'm just curious about that. Like what emojis do y'all use? Maybe you're gonna send a sexy emoji during this time. Y'all have to let me know if you do that. But you're really gonna take the lead and really express yourself passionately with a partner or a spouse or partners here, and even like share in some of the most like wildest fantasies, and it could be feeling really fun exploring your partner, their body, vice versa here too. So it's like flirting, yup. Double flirting, yup. Bedroom, yup. My place, your place, yup. Got it all, right? So it's really fun and it's an irresistible, passionate type of energy. So this could really be a great time. I think personally, like not only plan a sex day for your sexual self-care, I also say like plan a sex like weekend if you can, be it at home or a vacation or a week getaway or whatever, because one of the biggest things that we don't even talk about sex is just like when we are not relaxed, then our stress response cycle is high, for women. Emily Nagoski talks about that in her book, right? And we all have stress. And so I could even see that being true for all genders out there. I don't know the research on that, so that's just my theory here. But it's like when you get out of your home environment and you are just going somewhere and traveling and like every need and desire and want that you have is just all there, naturally it's kind of like, okay, after we drive there, we fly there, we take a train there, we go wherever, and you can just feel zen and calm. Like maybe this is a good time, I personally think, to plan a sex getaway. So if you do that, you tell me where you're going in the comments below. But really, if you have a Leo in your life too, they might just love that, boo. Then later on in October, we have a new moon in Libra, and this is really a powerful day to set the intentions, not only with the new moon being in Libra with love and money and, partnerships of that energy. It is something where there can be a lot of romance too, and even like your relationships coming in and moving forward in that, which I think is just very, very beautiful. Then later we have the full moon in Scorpio in November. which really is going to rule transformation and intimacy and deep sexual energy. I talked about this in my Scorpio risings forecast and their horoscope fortune for the next year. So maybe go back and watch that read for any of you that have Scorpio in your chart. But a lot of you, this is like a perfect time to really deepen your emotional and sexual connections and really embrace vulnerability. You are also like going to be shedding something, because full moons are celebration and shedding and letting go, and we're in the year of the snake. So again, go back and watch my videos if you don't know what I'm talking about here. But this is like a lot of people also, this is my prediction with the age of Aquarius moving forward, are going to be coming out and, transforming. And I think we are probably going to see this, transforming their sexuality, their gender, their kinks, their fetishes, just their relationships, poly, whatever. And I think a lot of people by this full moon next year are really going to see that and feel that more. Then early on October 5th to November 24th, we have Mars in Scorpio. So get ready for your desire to get higher here, okay? It's going to be intense. Definitely talk about, sexual empowerment here. And for a lot of you, there may also be some like sexual healing that may have to happen overall if there's like, anything from the past that might be hurting you or holding you back sexually, but this is also like you tapping into deeper desires and deeper passions here. Your libido could uptick this season during this time. I'm not gonna lie, with Mars being in Scorpio, that is coming in hot energy, and Scorpio's rules the genitals too. So like watch out for the intense emotions and connections, because Scorpio is a water sign here too. So just pay attention to any aggression with that. And their stinger coming out, or your metaphorical like Scorpio stinger coming out here, right? Like during that season. But really the sexual energies begin to rise here. So just pay attention to anything with that too. I'm just going to talk a little bit about the outer planets here of Pluto, Neptune, and Uranus here overall, and how that could potentially like impact us just sexually and energetically. I know it's not the part of like your sun, your moon, your rising, or even your Mars or your Mercury, like Mercury talking about sex. I know it's not a part of those things. I just want to just say some things, because these are going to be in specific signs all year, and typically we don't always talk about like the outer planets and even how that can influence sexuality. With Uranus in Taurus, this could be a lot of sexual surprises, a lot of sexual changes, a lot of sexual like shock and awe factors, or rebellion, and like trying something new here, okay? So this could be a time to really focus to get more grounded in sex, better sex through mindfulness, as well as like new exploratory experiences overall that maybe you haven't done before. So there could be like, wow, I'm surprised by myself by how much I tried new this year because of maybe these shock and awe moments or surprising moments with Uranus and Taurus. And so this could really shake up some stability of like sexual routines here, and or even like your relationships too. So just pay attention to that. But it is a wild ride, so just stay grounded here, no pun intended, and take time for sexy, sensual self-care rituals like massages, oils, or anything that really roots you into your body. This year can be a really great time for that, specifically for sensual self-care, giving and receiving with partners, or even giving yourself like a nice little hand massage or arm massage or whatever, and maybe even being intentional if you use different types of body oils and have it be specific to a certain kind of chakra, or essential oils that amp up libido, right? So definitely embrace the change with this. Let go of old like sex routines, mix it up with positions and things that you want to try, and welcome in the unexpected shifts of love and sex and pleasure here, okay? Then we have Neptune in Pisces overall. So I have a warning. Warning! Hold on. Yum, that is so good. Be careful not to escape with sex here, okay? Neptune is the planet of escapism. It's fantasy, it's illusion, it's also fears, and Pisces is the escape artist. It's the mystic, it's the romance, and it's the when things get really tough, I'm going to run kind of like energy here. And so just be mindful to not escape with sex and only use that as your only type of like coping skill or strategy for stressful things in life. If you feel like you are questioning how helpful that is for you, and you're very nervous, or it's impacting you or your mental health here overall, okay? Especially if you experience any shame or stress around that or worries around that. So it can be a really great year also if you do like to seek help with that in therapy too. But Neptune can also really cast its mystical spell like all year long, meaning there's a lot of spiritual connection and heightened intuition with what's going on in relationships and sex and sexuality. So pay attention to anything that people might try to like pull the wool over your eyes on. Trust your gut feelings with going out on dates with people or sleeping with them or saying, yes, I'll be your partner, and then, ooh, I knew I shouldn't have done that, right? So don't gaslight your intuition here. You could also be experiencing a lot of sexual vivid dreams during this time here too. And you may also wake up, having an O or feeling really like excited in the morning. Your desire is like aroused, on point, increased. All of that is normal. So just pay attention to these things and how they're influencing your body. It could be really good to work with the water element during this time. Have some nice sensual baths. Also do some dream journaling if there are any things that are happening in your dreams. Sometimes people can have dreams about sexual fantasies, and then like that might be something that a lot of you really explore, like your fantasies this year. So maybe being able to jot it all down, write it out, practice how you want to play in the future, even if you're single, like with a partner, or spouse in the future, whatever. That's what I say to my coaching clients. So just giving you some shameless feedback if that's something that resonates with you. Make sure you do stay present in your emotions, though. You really do trust them, and allow your heart to really guide you and anchor you down in relationships to really know, okay, is this person, giving me love because they want something out of me? Is this fake love? Or is this person like actually genuine with their love? And I trust our full, like hearted, connection, our romance, our emotional connection, our sex life together, our passion, right? So just use this Neptune energy to tap into the fantasies too that you've never explored if you want to. Now let's talk about Pluto in Aquarius here. I've been talking about this in all my videos that my predictions are we're going to have a lot of people come out, right, with this energy. And this is going to be a time to really find community in regards of like social connections, intimate connections, and community, especially for my queer folks, especially for my poly folks, especially for my kinky folks, especially for my folks that, are trying to find community and explore their sexuality more. This is going to be really big for you this year. So this is where we are going to see more people come out as queer, as a part of the LGBTQ community, where changes in sexuality and gender and poly relationships, BDSM and kink is going to come out, and these topics are going to show up more. We're going to see this more and more and more, especially on social media, technology with Pluto in Aquarius, right? It's going to feel like, wow, I haven't seen this person in forever. And then like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize they were standing in their power because I have a cardinal outside of my house and it's red, and that's what it means, and asserting their independence, and that's so beautiful. So stand in your power, assert your independence, and family members could also be saying that to you too. Like, I didn't realize this person was gay, or I didn't realize this person, went to gender affirming care therapy and like surgery and all this different stuff here, right? So there could just be a lot of things going on with that as well. There's going to be a lot of like with Pluto in Aquarius, like a lot of people might be really exploring like BDSM and kinky power dynamics and really shifting, because Aquarius energy really wants to change, wants to be more open, wants to rebel towards, maybe the quote unquote like normal sex, which is like, what is normal sex? Everything is normal. Everyone just has their own types of sex life and sexuality and definition. So even, yes, vanilla sex is normal. Yes, kinky sex is normal. Yes, queer sex is normal. Like the types of sex that you are having is normal. And Aquarius just wants us to open up to all these other types too and really explore this more. So someone could really be interested in being a dom, sub, or switch here. For those of you that don't know, like when I was doing my sex therapy certificate and coursework, we were talking about sex robots and like, are these going to be a thing? And they had them, and that was back in like 2017, 2018, 2016. I don't remember off the top of my head when I went and took those classes here. And that was something where we had that discussion, and technology is only going to be more and more and more advanced. So don't be surprised if we see more sex robots out in the future, things of that sort. There could be a lot of power dynamics also shifting in 2025 with Pluto in Aquarius about really revolutionizing like how we connect to people sexually and really like yourself in love here. And so this is your time. It's very sexy, it's very transformative, and it's very bold. So just expect a lot of big changes, as well as in like friend groups, family members, communities here, and even unconventional relationships. So the best way for you to really care for yourself this year is to embrace these social social changes, embrace any changes with sexuality and quirks and intimacy in unexpected places. So let me know. This is the whole video, y'all. We will come back in the next one. We will do and don'ts during these times and these energies, and you'll have to let me know how you feel about that one, and let me know about how you're feeling about this video in the comments below. Did you like this astro sexy love romance fortune? Was it helpful? How do you plan on using these energies? Stay shameless, yo. Don't be creepy, yo, right? And always come back to check if these dates are playing out in the way that you thought they would, or if you were unsure and then boom, wow, you watch this again, you're like, oh my gosh, that's right, I did actually do that. Just let me know. So again, make sure to hit subscribe. Watch my next video on the do's and don'ts during all of these astrosexuality, love, and pleasure fortune for 2025 here for guidance and feedback. If this was helpful for you, consider leaving me a heart boo or giving me that thumbs up. I'm so grateful, and that's so important to me because then it just tells me that I should keep going with these videos in my YouTube channel, and this truly does resonate with someone out there and that you are just enjoying my content here. Share this with a friend or anyone too, and make sure to always stay tuned for more and stay shameless.